Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Three Potatoes and a Pot. I hope we get back to a decent recording schedule. We probably
We won't.
won't because, it'll be fine. It'll all work itself out, hopefully. We're here, as always, with your host, me, Gracie, and Brody. Yes, and Aiden. And we're almost juniors, folks.
No,
To quote one of our own episodes, the future is bleak because our classes don't get any better.
we said that.
That's one of the titles of our own episodes.
Oh,
Keep up with the lore.
okay.
It's okay. Aiden doesn't even know when we post a new episode.
No,
Okay,
no,
hold
I
on.
do. I'm still subscribed.
Hold
I
on.
just don't watch.
Side note. Can you hear the scratchy scratchy of my pencil right now?
No.
Hold
No,
on. I'm doing it right now. Okay, because
No.
I thought that would be pretty annoying.
I can't hear it.
Okay, good.
Anyway,
It's
I want to
so
complain
it's
about
so
my
much work.
classes. I can't
It's
decide. Do I take weightlifting next year? Or do I not? Because if I don't take it next year, then there's a chance that I'm going to be really screwed in senior year, and because that would fill up all of my slots, and I wouldn't have any wiggle room for if I didn't get into one of those classes that I want. What do I do? But if I
well, I mean
do it next year, none of you guys will be in the class.
the thing is, you could just be like, is PE really that important?
Yeah,
The
you
answer
have
is
to have
no.
it to graduate, you fool.
No, I'm saying there's got to be something. There's got to be like you got to be able to go in there and be like, "Hey," and then complain a little bit. Bada bing, bada boom. Mr. Worldwide, as I step in the room, you should be able to like I don't know, Jim is dumb.
It is, but Principal Lady made it sound pretty clear.
Why does it have to be a varsity sport? What about for us gamers that are that are not good at sports? Who just want to play for fun?
Mm.
No, because they have to suck the joy out of everything. And not in the fun kind of way.
Right, and here's the next dilemma. If I don't do weightlifting, what's my third elective gonna be? Do I take a college class? Do I not? Do I take a random class that will have no payoff for my future other than my personal fun? What do I
I
do?
mean, you should do something that you would enjoy instead of because you know next year's going to be terrible. I've heard from everybody that junior year is the worst year.
Really? This year hasn't been too hot.
It's not bad homework
I mean, it's
wise.
not bad. Yeah.
That's true. I've just haven't felt like it.
Next year's going to be way worse in comparison.
This year I've
Th-
just been
th-
tired of dealing with teachers and I'm done listening to them.
and it's only going to go downhill from here.
Hey, but then it goes up when we go to college, right? Right.
No,
Give me something new.
maybe. Give me something good.
Oh, I think college could be fun. No one will be telling me what to do anymore.
Except
Yeah.
for college professors. I think that's like the whole point.
No. But you don't have to listen to them unless you want to.
That's true.
No,
You are paying
that is
for it.
true.
And, well, the only part I won't look forward to is I have to actually have a roommate and stuff.
Yeah, because we all know we're not staying in our quaint. I mean, I don't know about Aiden, but I don't want to stay.
Yeah, I don't.
I at least don't want to stay in Ashwaubenon.
Yeah, where we live.
I thought we lived in
Mm-hmm.
Saskatchewan.
It varies on the day.
Yeah, we have a voc va-
Huh?
vacation home
We have a
in both
vocation
of them.
home.
We have a vocational home in both.
Anyway, I don't know what to do for my class.
Guys, drop a comment for what Brody should do for his classes.
Help me. Hold on, I'll get the sheet.
Because my mom
Alright,
was telling
here's what
me
we're
that I
doing.
should have done like intro to
Here's what I know.
college
Taking
calculus. I
AP
don't know.
Literature. Taking
Yeah.
Pre-Calculus. Taking Dual Credit American History.
But
I'm going to take Spanish.
Oh wait, you're taking dual credit American history?
Yep.
yeah, why would you want to
Oh,
take regular?
I don't know.
That's
And then
dumb.
Concert Choir. And then here's where I'm struggling. Do I do A, weightlifting? B, oral communication, which is a college class online? C, broadcasting again, which I do enjoy? Or D, accounting?
Okay, but I thought you said broadcasting was second hour, and second hour
Yeah,
crosses
but it
over
doesn't
with the
stop me
concert
from putting
choir.
it on there.
True, true. I would do
Or
oral
I
comp.
guess I could take advanced PE. But I don't really want to do any of that.
Ugh, advanced PE sounds awful.
Doesn't sound awful. I hear they go on walks at the track. I like that.
Who are you going to take it with?
Just me, myself, and I.
Well, at least you'd have. I don't actually scratch that. I don't know if he would be a better teacher than who I would have as my teacher. Your golf coach.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
He's nice to me.
He's
I
nice
like.
to me.
He's just a justifiable douchebag sometimes.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion on him. I was just saying that's who you would spend your class with.
Mhm.
He's also very sensitive to the cold, I learned. So
Beanie every day.
yeah, I know. Like it'll be like 50 out on the golf course, which is pretty warm for us. At least this. Actually, it's kind of cold, but it doesn't matter. I wear shorts anyways because I don't like paint. It's like you guys better wear shorts or I'm not letting you guys play golf today. I'm like, whoa. Okay, Mr.
Fellas, it's feeling like pants weather out here.
Well, maybe today, but
And then
I
and
can
then
handle
Aiden
it.
goes, "Oh no."
Yeah, I know. I don't really want to change into pants, which is why I'm not. I'm just not gonna.
Pants
Hey,
are really confining.
I'm just gonna say, hey, no, and then just play golf.
What's he gonna do? Tell you no? You can just hit him in the head
Yeah.
with a golf club.
Uh-huh. I've never seen that man play golf once in my life.
No, he played once. He went out
Did
and
he?
played with the older
Oh
kids
wait, he
last
did.
year.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry, once. I have never seen that man play twice in my life.
But yeah, yeah,
Two
yeah.
whole times is enough.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I hate classes. I thought I'd have all free classes during senior year. No, I have none.
I mean, you could not do a math class.
Shh, no. I have to. It's mandatory for college.
I know.
I need a
I just don't
science
wanna.
Well,
and a
you guys,
math
we only
I
need
just don't wanna.
three credits of math.
to
So
graduate, not for college, Aiden.
yeah.
And if you still want to be an engineer similar to me, then you definitely need it too.
Uh-huh.
How much math is involved in neuroscience?
I wouldn't imagine much, since it's, you know,
Oh,
How much, actually?
Linear algebra, probability, basic statistics. Oh, and calculus. Oh,
Ooh.
many branches of neuroscience use a lot of math. Oh,
We'll just pick one that doesn't.
the most is statistics. Oof, that's got a little kick to it. Statistics. Brain go boom.
Oh, that was a class for those college ones. There's a statistics and probability course, I think.
Boring. Statistic my butt. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Let's see.
The worst leg cramp last night. Give me a statistic on that. Bet you won't.
Don't
Probably
really care
killed
to.
all of my muscles.
That sucks. They have a business ethics. What is that?
It's the thing from freaking which Adam Sandler movie? Business ethics.
They have a perspectives in music. What the heck is that? That just sounds stupid. Sorry, but it does.
Oh, it's Billy Madison. I don't want to. I don't want a Lowe's ad.
Point ahead. Mr. Gordon, it is your turn. Mr. Madison, choose a topic. I choose business ethics.
I choose business ethics.
Neat. Hey, Aiden, you want to do some physics, geology?
Huh?
Geology.
Is that one class? Physics, geology?
Oh, wait, sorry. Physical geology plus
Oh,
lab.
I'm really confused. Like, all right, guys, we're gonna be dropping different kinds of rocks to see how they fall and how they react to gravity and Newton's third law of motion.
Introduction to criminal justice.
That sounds boring.
Uh-huh.
It's also probably for like police investigative journalism and crap like that.
What the hell is elementary French?
Huh?
Why isn't it just French?
We can learn the
Ooh, I could take
French.
French instead of Spanish through this, maybe, yeah? But, oh wait, oh,
No.
they have Spanish. Could
We
I
have
do
a
that?
Spanish class.
Would that
We have a
work?
Spanish class.
These Spanish classes can be any
Bleep that.
period.
Bleep that. Bleep that.
Ugh, dang it, Aiden. Curse you.
He just doxed us.
And what a shame.
He's twiddling his little thumbs like it would be a shame if I were to
Shut up.
dox
I'm
ya.
trying to figure this out. I might have just cracked a code. Because if you take this Spanish class, you can take it any period. And it might only be half a semester.
No, I didn't even. I already turned in my sheet. No,
Just ask Janie for it back. She'll probably give it to you.
I don't think that's how that works. It can't be.
Well,
Don't
they
worry,
don't
Gracie.
do
I'll
it. They
take
don't work
Spanish
on
with
it
you.
until everyone's in it.
It can't be that easy.
Huh.
I'll take Spanish with you, Gracie. Don't worry.
Okay.
Unlike
It
Brody,
is just
who's
Spanish.
tried to take a less reliable path because I have no clue what's going on. And neither does Brody,
Aiden, you can
honestly.
take a Spanish class
I
any
don't
hour
care.
you want.
Okay.
And you can do it online in the library.
Wow.
Do you think colleges would like that? Wow, you took an online course of
No, 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 no,
Spanish.
no, no. They don't see
I'm
that.
doing that
What
too.
they see is I got a college hour of credit for Spanish.
they're like, why didn't you take high school Spanish?
That's not how that
Yeah.
works, dummy.
Wait, is it college level Spanish?
No, it's just
If
the beginning course of Spanish.
but if it's giving you college credits, you still need high school credits.
You don't get it. You
I
don't
don't
get
have
it.
to have foreign language credits
don't
to
get it.
graduate from our school, dummy.
Graduate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
graduate.
Graduate. I don't get it. I'm just a
Yeah,
girl.
it's literally just the introduction to Spanish.
Well, then why has nobody done that before?
I don't know.
Maybe because they take it their freshman and sophomore years.
Probably. But guess what? We were all too stupid to do that.
I don't know. I don't trust it.
Yeah, I don't trust it either.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna ask people about it.
They probably don't know the answer either.
They
It's
probably
like,
do.
Well, you
"Ugh,
better.
no one-
Well, you better hurry up because I want to change that.
I'm gonna ask my neighbor maybe in the morning.
your
She'll
What does
neighbor.
your neighbor know?
She's been a school counselor for many, many years.
That doesn't apply to.
He has been a college.
It doesn't matter. It matters what the colleges see. And dang it, now I
You
gotta
gotta bleep that.
stupid.
What the?
Because think about it. Think about this. It doesn't matter what the. Oh gosh. Screw me.
For the school.
Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter what it looks like for the school. It matters what it looks like to the colleges. If to the colleges it looks like just a regular Spanish credit, then why wouldn't I take this one that I can have any hour of the day that can fill up any hour, even if there's not a Spanish class actually during that hour? See what I'm putting down here?
You see,
I see what you're putting. I see what you're putting down, but I don't know.
Well, of course not. We're just stupid high schoolers. We gotta figure this out.
I just never. Nobody has ever done it before. Not
That's
that I know
because
of.
they're
I'm
too
sure
obsessed with the easy classes, and they're not thinking about that because they planned out their courses probably a little better than I did. Why'd I take
don't-
stupid art?
I don't want to be screwed over because I messed something up.
Yeah, I don't want to take a semester of Spanish only for a college to be like, wow, you really didn't try.
That's the neat part. I'm gonna ask about it.
I already turned my stuff in. What if they're like, it is set in stone, you will not?
They won't because they haven't even looked at the sheets yet. The only reason why they have these sheets is so they can plan out classes for next year, and they can't do that until they have all the sheets. They don't have all the sheets because mine is right here in my hand.
Well, you better, like, check this out quick. Because it's all day Wednesday. And you know, we have a half day on Tuesday.
Listen, I get what you're putting down here.
I don't feel like you are.
I
this
will
is
handle
easier.
it. They even have Spanish too, so there's my second Spanish credit. Actually,
Would we? Okay,
both
but
of
we
these
have
courses
to pay
count
for
for
that.
3 credit hours. Who would have guessed that? I don't know
Wait,
what that means, but
so I don't know what that means.
neither do I. I'm gonna ask about it.
That's 3
Yeah,
credit
you do that.
hours in college, right?
College terms, yes. I don't know what it means exactly, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Wait, so would you pay for the first Spanish semester and then pay for another in the second?
I have no idea.
Because you have to pay for those. That's the thing. This stuff is free when you take it with our teachers.
I know. But I'm just saying that this Okay, let's say that even if I figure this out and I don't have to do it this coming year, but what about senior year if I need to move classes around so that way I can get all the classes I want? It might help to be able to take Spanish 2 as an online course.
Hmm.
Because then it fills in an hour with dead space.
I don't know. I mean, you can ask. If it works, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think so.
That's because you don't know yet.
Exactly. And I don't like uncertainties.
I knew I might find a way around this.
Yeah, and I don't even know if even if like you do that. I don't know if my mom will let me because she's still suspicious about the whole pre-calc thing. She's like, "Oh, I took dual credit college algebra my junior year, so you better do that." I'm like, "No, no, I don't want to do that."
Aiden,
And
what job does your mom have
how's
today?
Huh?
oh yeah.
What job does your mom have today?
She's a teacher,
That's a
Yes, and
low
what do you
blow.
want to be?
the engineer.
Exactly. So what would she know about planning out an engineer's future? Just saying. Just saying.
Bro just absolutely roasted your mom. Are you gonna take that?
Sure, I don't care. She said it herself that I kind of wish I had never become a teacher. It's just a lot
Oh
of work.
man. I mean, yeah, I would never do that to myself. Then again, I hate
Kindergarten
children.
teacher at that.
I know. Don't you have to just play with shapes all day?
Yeah, I've
This
walked
is
in and they've been reading stories before. This is really
this
goofy.
is a square. No, it's a
Yeah,
triangle. Shut
and
up, it's a
yeah, and it's
square.
and some of the kids um at her school are really stupid
Oof.
because I had to like to get a lot of service hours. I volunteered at like quote unquote summer school there. It's really not a punishment. It's just for people who want to get more learning, I guess. So
Yeah, school and grade school isn't a punishment. It's just a daycare for
yeah,
parents who work
but but
during the
anyways, oh
day.
my God, they were they were all so dumb.
Yes, I would never want to be a teacher.
I
I
was
props to people who are
so
teachers because they should be paid
yeah,
more to deal with all that BS.
yeah. One story from my thing. So we told like their playground, it's set up like they've got a grass field, and so the grass field's off limits to like younger children because we don't want them running away. The minute I told them, hey, don't step in the grass field because it's against the rules, they decide to just book it. I, I don't understand. It's ugh. Anyways,
It's because
that's
you
my
told them
rant.
no.
Well, I know, but like, it's because I was legally supposed to tell them no.
Yeah. I don't know. I work well with children, but at the same time, I can't stand children.
I mean, I'm decent with it. Depends on the child.
They're sticky. Why are they always sticky? Like my cousin will come up to me and you'll be like, I have a booger and you will find it. And I'm like, I will not. And he's like, and then I will proceed to eat the booger. Please don't. And then I will shat. The gnarliest shat you have ever seen. Please, no. I have a family. Like my younger cousin chokes me. He chokes me. He just comes up to me and I'll pick him up and I'll be like, "Oh my gosh, hi." And he'll be like, "I am now going to choke you." it hurts. He
Why
wraps
do you
his
let him do
nubby
it?
little. He
Why do you let
wraps
him
his
do
nubby
that?
little hands
That's
around
when
my
you
neck, and
punish him and put him in the corner.
I throw him off of me. But that doesn't bother him.
Exactly, you put him in the corner.
Put him in the
The
corner.
corner doesn't bother him. Dude, one time I was like carrying him on my back because he didn't want to walk, and I was like, all right, I'm putting you down. And he goes, you will not. And I go, excuse me?
How
And
little is this cousin?
he is almost 4.
Uh-uh.
And
Anyways, continue.
this kid, I, oof. He once told his dad that he was about to put a booger on his dad's car window, but he goes, I don't like this flavor. Be-
Huh?
because his dad was like, just eat it, and he was like, I don't like this flavor. Excuse me? You don't like the flavor of this booger. He's like, I don't like the slimy ones. You don't like the slimy ones. It's a booger.
Ugh. Yeah, he's only a
You
dry food
like them.
connoisseur.
Yeah, you like them dry and crispy. What does that mean? Like, he's really weird. Man kiss?
Yeah.
Man kiss? I'm horrified. Hey, Gracie, how do you learn what a man kiss was? Ah, I was dumb enough to ask what a man kiss was.
Yeah, what exactly? You want to just tell the story?
So for nurses, they get their white coats. It's a white coat ceremony. It's nurses don't wear white coats. It's just a symbol. But anyway, we were there for my cousin. She's like, she's almost a nurse, so she got her
Yeah.
white coat. And Huddy's playing around, and his mom leans over to me and is like, yeah, just telling stories about him. And he's like, Huddy learned what a man kiss was. And I was like, man kiss? What does that even mean? And I was like, Huddy, what's a man kiss? And he goes, okay, give me your lips. And I was like, huh? He grabs my face, and I'm like trying to direct him, and he gives me a wet smooch on the lips. And I was like, that is traumatizing. Traumatizing. I was like, you could kiss me on the cheek all you want. That's fine. Do not give me I said, never give me a man kiss again. And I'm sorry I asked.
Huh.
And then he continued to play with his trucks.
Yeah, like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, he went over to my grandma and was like, play trucks with me. And he was like yelling in the middle of this quiet, like, in the middle of the like stage. We were like sitting in chairs, and there was a stage where all the people were like talking about the meaning of the white coats. And he's like, Grandma, play trucks with me. Play trucks with me now. And we were all like, shut up. And he's like, play trucks with me? No. I was like, what? Play trucks by yourself.
Why are all your cousins gremlins?
They're terrible.
Was that how you were as a child? Were you a gremlin?
No.
Are you
I used to
sure?
No, I was very I cried a lot. That's how I was as a kid.
Ah,
I I still cry a lot, but it's
yeah.
not in front of people. It's probably because I had a lot of untreated anxiety, so I just didn't know how to regulate my emotions.
Yeah.
So it messed with me pretty good. But it's all okay now. Definitely. There's nothing wrong with me. And I don't have ADHD, which is even better.
You know what? Sure.
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 Yeah, my family's kind of crazy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sounds like it.
Well, I just got my second paragraph done. That's nice.
I gotta write that.
Oh, you've been writing it the whole time we've been talking. That's nice.
Uh-huh.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
probably should
I
have.
Is it
can't.
not due for you guys today?
No, it is. I just
It
don't want to do
is.
it yet.
He's such a jerk, our English teacher is, because he's like, oh yeah, you guys all can work on the weekend to do this paper.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
but according to him, that means we don't have to do it over spring break. Although, here's an idea. Maybe we should wait till after spring break. Buffoon.
he's just so what's the word?
You guys.
Yeah, I don't know, but you know what he said to us? He said he doesn't believe in sample papers.
Yeah, it's kind of goofy.
Hey, you know what
I'm
I've
sorry, you don't
realized?
believe in them? They're
We
a real thing.
we don't have to be nice to him at all anymore. I'm mainly nice just because I knew that he would be my theater teacher even after uh I was done with him for English. I was always nice, but now that he's leaving, I don't got to be if I don't want to be.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably never going to see him again, so let's bully. Let's bully an adult.
Unless if for some reason one of us goes to a
No,
local
no,
college.
no, no, hell no. Not if it's the only place left on the planet. I swear to you, I will do
I'd
anything
rather
else.
go to
I will
any
clean the
community
sewers.
college. I will go to the college that is in our hometown. That's how low I would go.
I mean, that's not that low.
That is low for me.
Yeah, but I mean, in the grand perspective of things, it's not that low.
It's low for me.
Okay, whatever.
That means I've gone through all the colleges and the last one is there with the 100% acceptance rate.
Well, I mean, it's always a good option. Sometimes, maybe.
For nursing, sure.
And for
And
journalism, I think.
any other program? No.
It's a great option for high school classes.
Yeah,
and,
literally.
a- and apparently a great option for every single one of our school's golfers that are good.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how our best golfer ended up there. I mean, fine if he wants to, but
And the
at the end
Johns
of the day, he could have made it
and
anywhere
the
else.
Oh, the twins are going there?
yeah.
I I don't know them. I wouldn't expect it.
Yeah. Because their older brother is there.
There's not
Because
that much you can do there.
I know, but they're going for it like on a discount because they're probably getting scholarships to play golf there.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
true.
if you get good scholarships, I don't mind. But I'm just hoping I can end up like that one lady who got like a gajillion dollars in scholarship money.
hmm
I don't even know how to do scholarships that well. Like, which one should
I
I
don't
do?
know
I don't
either.
know.
Just figure it out, I guess. Like
Because,
the rest of everything.
yeah, because there's like those mainstream ones that people will be fighting for, but I know there's probably like a couple secretive ones, like
Secretive ones.
black market scholarships that people don't really know about. It just all depends what school I want to go to.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I want to go to somewhere good, but also somewhere like cheap-ish.
Yeah.
Cheap-ish.
Cheap-ish.
I mean, the field I want to work in makes bank, so I feel like it wouldn't take me long to pay off student loans, but I don't know the way the future is, maybe we won't have colleges in the end. We'll be in an atomic war with the raccoons.
The raccoons will figure out how to split the atom, and then we'll
They're getting too strong. We must kill all raccoons
Hey, while we're on the
and
topic,
squirrels.
um,
Huh?
anyway, while we're on
Huh?
the topic, I'm gonna hopefully be an engineer. Aiden's gonna hopefully be an engineer. You're hopefully gonna be the neuroscientist or whatever, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We all make decent money, right? Um, would you all like to invest in a vacation home in south of Chile? Totally not just in case the world explodes.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Aiden, you on board?
Huh? What are we doing?
Quote unquote vacation house slash nuclear disaster house, southern Chile. You in or no?
Oh yeah.
All right, wonderful. You don't even gotta be nice. It just has to be a place where I can plop down and die when I'm
And
in my laters, not in my
So why can't
earlies.
we do
in my
somewhere
late 40s,
like in
Mhm.
Switzerland or somewhere nice with like ski slopes?
Because
we
then
die in
that
Switzerland.
yeah, that's a risk of nuclear winter.
Do you know how close we would be to like major cities that would be
Already
bombed?
I suppose
winter
we
in
might be able to make
Switzerland.
New Zealand.
Yeah, that's just farther away and it's probably more
Yeah,
expensive.
and it's harder to get to.
Yeah. They wouldn't take Aiden. He works for the raccoons. I know it. They told
I
you
would
they
never.
would save you. That's a lie. They're nothing but dirty scoundrels. They eat garbage.
So
We
for
I think
our
can't
you
trust
have
the
to
world of their
Chilean
know.
filthy
vacation
mouths.
home, I'm thinking 3 lazy boy recliners in the living room, giant TV, and a buttload of DVDs because the internet won't work.
But
I
they have
love
to
it.
be like subpar DVDs.
No, we are just gonna have all the DVDs.
We gotta buy like
You know, like the
knockoff
$5 bin at
DVDs of like
Walmart?
popular. Yeah,
We're just buying the $5 bin at
we
Walmart.
we buy the bin.
The bin is ours.
And don't forget Open Season 1 and 2.
I love open season.
It's such a goofy movie.
It is. That's the whole thing. I'm pretty sure I got a no. I didn't get a quiz bowl question. I think it was just a question Dylan said randomly because of open season.
Was it like the what song or something?
Yeah,
Like
you
the
were
teddy
there.
bear song. Yeah. I completely forgot about that scene until he brought it up.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. Wait. I don't know if I brought this up on this podcast, but I brought it up to you before. Did you guys ever get scared that the Yellowstone volcano was going to erupt?
Oh yeah.
When I was little, I'd cry myself to sleep because I was so scared. I was like, has anybody been checking on Yellowstone recently?
Well, I
Like,
mean, I was scared that my roof was gonna randomly fall in on me one
it's
time.
true.
So of course, I had a create your own like adventure book about Yellowstone erupting, and I was like, no, this is going to happen.
How long
This
did
is
your
going to
guys'
happen now.
irrational fears of those things last?
They never went away.
That's good to know. I had a fear for probably around 5 years that the boogeyman was going to come out of my closet every night.
Oh
For
man.
a long, long time, every night I was scared the boogeyman was going to come out of my closet.
So
And I hated
for
it. I never got a good night's sleep till I became a teenager, pretty much. It was miserable. I hated it. Every second looking at my closet to see if there was some random light that I don't even have a light in my closet on in there. Or if the door was cracked
so
slightly.
I was never really scared of the boogeyman because to me, like when I was younger, I misheard it as the booger man, and I could never.
See,
just like a giant walks out of a closet. That's not scary.
That's terrifying. What are you talking about?
the thing
Oh,
for me
just get your
was
cousin to nibble on it.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't learn about him from any stories or anything. I learned about him from a Ghostbusters cartoon series, and
Oh my
they
god.
made him scary as hell for me.
Dude, I watched the episode of Slappy and I couldn't sleep that night. Dude, Goosebumps was scary.
No.
Don't let anybody tell you
Ghostbusters.
different.
Ghostbusters. He said Ghostbusters. But
Oh my
yes,
god.
Goosebumps
Why
was
am I
strange.
dyslexic?
Like
But with my ears.
they're
Goosebumps, I've
all
still never watched any of those.
Goosebumps. I remember I tried watching one episode one time because it was like, oh, I've seen the books in the library before. It must be good. I picked one. I don't know why it was scary, but some ghost was like playing a piano, and then the dude was like, "Oh no, a ghost is playing the piano." It was so scary to me.
Oh my god. There's one about a drowned girl that was drowning other people, like trying to drown this girl.
Yeah,
And
some of them are just outright disturbing. Like
yeah, and then some of them are the dumbest things like ever.
Plant Dad. Do you remember that one?
Exactly.
Like the dad was experimenting on plants, and he
Yeah,
was
it
like,
was like in the
"Which one is my
basement.
real dad?" And it was
Yeah,
stupid. You know the
there's
like. Sorry, go.
no, I lost my train of thought. Anyway,
Okay,
what?
so you know that like so it's made by the same people who made Goosebumps on Netflix, but it's not Goosebumps. It's
Yeah.
like Goosebumps but for older children. That's scary. Like the first episode is about some creepy doll who just comes to life no matter how much they throw it out. It was
Oh
even
yeah.
creepier than Slappy because Slappy was kind of goofy. It just looked
Yeah.
stupid. But that doll, no. Mm-mm. I nope, nope. I wasn't watching any more of that.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, the
Yeah,
lovely
but
traumatizing things of childhood.
I I I was scared of the dark for like ever.
Well, I mean,
It
I
wa-
was
it was
too.
bad.
I wasn't scared of the dark. I was just scared of my
I was 2
basement.
years old. Dude, the moment I like when I would go in my basement, I'd like go down there, get a snack, and the moment I got my snack, I'd be like, what if there's something behind me right now? And I would bolt up the stairs.
Oh no, yeah. I feel
Same.
like we all did that.
But the thing is, my basement is practically finished, so it's not even scary.
My basement is finished. There's nothing down there I should have been scared of, but yet I was.
I guess it's just the fact that you're underground, you know?
Hmm.
Either that or it's dark.
It's dark, you're underground. The only way to get out is if you have little windows or if you run up the stairs. It's very like trapped, kind of feeling.
You know, I had so many dreams where I would be in my basement and there'd be something behind me, and I couldn't run up the stairs. No matter how
Oh
physically
man.
hard I tried, I couldn't run up the stairs, and I
Th-
die.
those are the worst.
I can't remember I had a like a, I can't remember the last time I had a nightmare that was like actually just like normal scary. Because all
I,
my nightmares are like really disassociated. They're just confusing. So imagine fever dreams, but like scary. But not really. It's just really confusing and off-putting and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I don't even know if I'm awake because of how like disassociating the nightmares are.
That's
I
odd.
have
That's
I
not
have
good.
like chronic nightmares if that's a thing. I don't know if that's like I wouldn't be chronic. I guess that's kind of a rude thing to say because I mean I it's not like ruins my life. It just kind of ruins most of my days.
Uh-huh.
Like, I have the most disgusting, like, vile dreams that, like, kind of screw with me. And when I dream, I have a hard time, like when I dream, they feel so real that when I wake up, I don't know what's real anymore. I
Yeah.
have a lot of derealization moments. And I've died so many times in my dreams, but the thing is, I don't wake up before I die. Dream through it.
Oh,
Or I watch somebody I love die, and it's like, it's very traumatizing. But it's not even real, which is the worst thing. It's like, how can you be traumatized by something that never existed in the first place?
yeah.
It, like, makes me feel stupid, you know? It's like people have dealt with, like, real things, and you're sitting here traumatized by something that never happened and probably never will happen. A bomb's not going to be dropped on you. I hope not. I hope I don't get a bomb dropped on me, but I've had a dream where a
Wait, you
bomb
just screwed us.
explodes. Knock on wood. But I've had a dream where a bomb literally explodes and I, like, faded into white. And then I woke up. It's like,
Oh,
where I live right now, I don't think that's going to happen.
yeah,
And
let's
especially when we
bomb
live in
South
Chile.
Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's bomb Chile. Um, the worst country in the world, I guess. I don't know. It's probably worse.
I've
Chile's up
only
there though.
ever had one dream where I lived into the afterlife, and it was actually quite recently. We all got blown up by a volcano, and for
Uh,
some reason, I wasn't even around anybody I was really even that close to. It was like, it was someone, it was like a friend, and my very distant aunt and like, uh, I guess technically uncle now. But anyway,
huh.
then we all went, and next thing I knew, I was in my grandma's house, and I stepped out her window, and I was in this place that I knew was like heaven.
Mm.
But the thing was, there wasn't anything really that special about it. It was just kind of like this place, but it was very happy of a place. And then I woke up.
Do you know what? Do you know what I hate thinking about? This is my existential crisis talk here. But when I sit here and I'm like, what would heaven be like? Wouldn't it be boring?
Yeah. See, I thought
Well, I mean,
this. I still
a
feel that way a bit, but after that dream, I kind of understood what they talk about in religion class, where it's like the feeling of ever happiness and joy and stuff. Because for some reason in that dream, I did actually feel like I was happy forever for no reason whatsoever. But I was, and I don't know why.
I don't know. Eternity scares me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
yeah,
have to, the way I have to think about it is the fact that it's something I can't understand or fathom at all. So hopefully that it helps a little bit,
Hopefully,
but
hopefully it's real and it's not like I had to have been a Bible bender to get in.
yeah,
You know, that's my beef with all this stuff. I feel like people are just like, you have to do this, you have to do that. We're just like, can we just be good people? Do we really have to do all these extra steps?
I
Like,
don't
I don't
think
know.
so.
I
You
don't know.
know,
When we were talking about Protestantism and they were like, you can just confess to God. I was like, honestly, I mess with that pretty hard. The notion of confession just feels kind of gross to me.
yeah,
That probably sounds weird, and I'm sure any like Catholic listening would be like, it's not weird. It's because it's like they're saying that the priest is becoming like taking the place of God, or Jesus, and it's like, I don't know, it feels kind of weird, like breaking yourself down in the most vulnerable position in front of these people, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really feel that way. That it's well, I do a little bit, but I don't know. I still won't go to a confession with a priest I don't feel like I can trust.
And see, I have a problem. I don't want to go to a confession with a priest I know because I'm like, oh no, they'll think about me differently.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
I don't want to go to one that I don't know because I don't know him.
That's why I think gross is a strong word, but it's just like, how can people be so, like, I don't know how you can go to an experience like that and come out the same, you know?
Yeah.
Because like one priest was like, we forget what you say, but it's like, how could you if you heard something truly awful? I know not the average person is gonna have like a crazy confession, like I killed a man, but it's just like sometimes people confess some pretty heinous things, I'm sure.
Yeah. No, no.
I don't know.
Listening to in history class about Martin Luther, I was kind of a little bit like, oh, his whole thing, like we're the church where we listen to like just the word of God and stuff rather than mainly the church. I kind of liked it a little bit, which
I
is
know.
probably bad to
I
say as
might.
a Catholic, but I did kind of like the idea of it because there's some things the church says that just isn't really backed up by the Bible or anything that I don't really like.
Well, I
And
mean,
it's not.
with Protestantism is that even though they say that oh, we believe solely the Bible, that they mistranslate the Bible.
I did not hear a
Whoa.
word of what you just said.
Well,
Yeah, you're like going in and out.
oh, am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you say that
Okay.
again?
So, like the Protestants say, oh, the Bible is like the only good thing, but the thing is they translate it. There's really no true translation to the
That's the
Bible.
thing. I mean, Catholics poorly translate the Bible too. I mean, the whole homosexual verse is a bunch of BS to begin with. It's like thou shalt not lay with a man as he does a woman, but originally it was about a man should not lay with child as he does a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because all the Bibles were translated a long time ago, so
Exactly.
it's
It's hard to I don't know. It's like hard to like believe everything that came out of a book that was literally written thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
But it's like, and then at the same time, I don't want to be wrong, you know?
yeah,
Which, if 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 God is real and this person is really all knowing, I don't think they're going to punish you for being skeptical. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because that seems counterproductive, you know?
Yep.
Because it's like, and also, I mean, can you blame some of the people? Like, I don't know. I had a really dark time just because I didn't think I was worthy of like being saved or whatever. Which, but then I realized that's a whole bunch of BS because some people just say some of these things to make you scared.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that British priest we had. It
Oh Lord.
I
I hate
it
that
Ugh.
makes me
dude.
sad. It makes me sad to listen to people who are so passionate about something, but they're going about it the whole wrong way. Like, I'm no priest, but I don't think you should tell kids that they're going to die, pressuring them into confession.
Yep. And that dude, you know what I really hated that dude said? He said, "When you die, that's it. That's how you go into eternity." I'm like, "No, there's this neat little thing, called purgatory that the church believes in."
Yeah, exactly. It's not a it's not a cut and dry thing if you're a Catholic. Like he was a Catholic, so it's not very cut and dry. Unless you're like literally a like child murderer, I don't think you're going to hell immediately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just to scare people, and it's really gross. I will use gross for this term because it is. And
Yeah.
that's what scares people away because they're like, I don't want to listen to people telling me I'm going to die on the all the time. I'm trying to get away from that. There's
See,
no comfort in that.
I love the Catholic Church when you have a good priest and a good church and a good everything's great. And then whenever I got to LeBlanc, I started realizing not every place is like my nice little St. Francis church that's pretty much all the time nice and just
Yeah, because
forgiving.
our church is pretty liberal when it comes to Catholicism.
And honestly, it's not bad because you can
I like
then
it.
form your own opinions. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
they
love it there. That's my I don't like going to church anywhere else. Like even at our school, I'm not that big of a fan of it.
exactly. And they had I told you about the military guy. Um
uh
I I hated him because he was also kind of racist. Just
was he? I don't
yeah,
really remember that part. But also
I don't know.
I blanked out as I usually do.
I think he was like saying all Chinese people are bad because they have like one children. It's s- like it's not the Chinese fault, the actual citizens.
Yeah.
Who are we talking about?
There was
Uh,
this
I don't
I
know
military
if
lightly
priest.
remember it.
it was during like a Christmas. Um like during Christmas the military priest came in because
He was
he was
Gosh,
like
yeah.
yeah.
the son or grandson of one of the people who goes to St.
He was like a raw America kind of guy.
I
Well, I mean,
kind
he
of
was a
remember
military.
it, but I just don't completely. Yeah. I remember what that part that you said, but
I remember him talking about China and how we're going to go to war with China. I don't remember him really
Yeah, it
defending
was
Chinese people.
he it he was just really I don't know. Yeah, I
Okay.
think Saint Francis is the only reason why I haven't given up on Catholicism yet. But
Uh-huh.
every time I go to school and I sit in that scriptures class with our priest, I dislike it even more?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the worst part is he only covers the topics that he wants to cover. It's not we don't go into any of the more interesting parts of the Bible that
And I don't trust him because he gets words wrong.
Does he? What do you?
Redacted. He said that redacted means you pick two texts and then you like make a final document with whichever text you think was the best.
Hmm.
Exactly. And he doesn't like being corrected, which is the worst thing. The worst thing to do when you're literally a priest being asked, being talking about, pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah.
I hate how much he hates on science and history.
Oh, yeah, it is the worst.
Because I was
It's
listening
like,
to him and Nick Garvey told him something. He literally talked to Mr. Holtz about it. Why? Why? No, we teach outside of that religion class. We must teach the actual recorded history and science of the world that's believed in those different fields.
yeah, I literally talked to our other theology teacher, and he's like, yeah, like the Noah's Ark thing, he's like, yeah, it's probably just a story because every other, like, mythology and stuff like that involves a great flood because it probably did happen.
Yeah.
Just not as we have it in our stories.
And it didn't necessarily flood the entire Earth. It might have just
Yeah,
been known Earth.
exactly. Which doesn't make your religion false.
Yeah.
That's like the creation story. There's no way. There's no way Adam and Eve and then Adam and Eve to 8 billion people
Yeah.
I don't
and
know. I have two different theories on that would
then again,
allow it
didn't
to
he
happen.
kill all of the people? Like,
That's
didn't
true.
at one point?
Well, I mean, I think the current leading theory is that at some point, like this, of course, there started like two different humans, but it's weird because at one point it was like a weird human monkey mix. So it
I
wasn't just,
mean, yeah, it's like, how do you explain Neanderthals? Were Adam and Eve Neanderthals?
I kind of have two different ways of thinking about that. One, that God did something to make it to where it could work, because, by Catholic understanding, he can. Or two, Adam and Eve were just one of the groups of people or something, and then there were like more around the world or something. I don't know. That
I
may
just
be
think
kind of
of it as a
stupid, but
creation story to make people feel better. And I hate it when he does that thing where, because we were talking about the Old Testament, and I was like, wouldn't that mean people had to do incest? And he goes, God let it slide this time. Excuse me? He let
yeah,
incest slide. The all powerful, all good person let incest slide. Why does he let
yeah, it's kind of
incest slide, but he doesn't let gay people slide? That's dumb.
I don't like the fact he's always is willing to consider everything the church has done to be right.
Yeah,
Because there was a
like,
long period in there where we had a lot of corrupt popes, and no priest seems to want to accept the fact that it is very true.
yeah, and if you bring that up, he's gonna be like, well, God let that happen. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Or maybe something bad happened
yeah.
and that and it's not a doing of God, it's a doing of man.
Because I mean, we've got free will, so
Yeah.
because it's really conflicting because like God let everything happen, but we've got free will. So the point of
Yeah.
free will is that it doesn't
I
control.
hate that. You know what I mean? Yeah, like God's plan. What do you mean? What do you mean? I have to follow God's plan? What about free will? What does
See,
that
that's
even
the weird
mean?
part. Yeah, it breaks my brain every time. By that understanding, we can do whatever we want. And we can, because we can physically, in our minds, do whatever we want, right?
Yeah.
But God still knows the final outcome of that. So, is it just because he's outside of time and can see everything, or is it because it's planned out? See, it's breaking my brain again.
I don't know. It's dumb. It's it's dumb to sit there and be like, God has a plan for you. So drop everything you're doing. Drop what you think you're like. I don't know. It kind of makes me sad. Like when you hear those stories who are like priests are like, I wanted. Oh no! When we heard that story of the kid who wanted to be like a pro football player and then he got a concussion and
Oh
then
yeah,
he followed God more. I was like, that's sad. What do you mean? God had to boink you in the head and give you like serious brain damage to make you worship him more? I don't think that's how that works, no.
Yeah, probably not.
I think that guy's just a little cray cray.
because he had a concussion.
Yeah, because he was literally in so much pain. He was like, God, can you just take this away from me? And then when he got recovered, he was like, yep, this was what God wanted to happen. Like, and then I asked our priest about that. I was like, so God gave him a concussion to bring him back. That sounds evil. And he's like, oh no, actually, that's actually really like shut up. Shut up. You sound dumb. You're dumb, I win. He's dumb. I don't like him.
Yeah.
It's new priests, man. I don't know. I feel like old priests are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, which you would think it would be the opposite.
I know. I think it's the youth pasteurization. Even though they're not youth pastors, they're just young priests.
I think it's the fact they think they have a lot of power for a while, but they really don't. And old priests understand the fact that they're there as actual servants to the people, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And they understand that they have power to help people and not just to tell people what to do.
Exactly.
Because, gosh, every time I listen to one of those St. Francis homilies, I just feel good. Every time I
Mm-hmm.
listen to a unnamed school homily,
A golden eagle homily.
I
That's
feel filled with fear and dread, and most of the time I don't even listen to it anymore, and I just doze off into something else because I don't want to hear it.
I don't pay
yeah,
attention anyways.
yeah, yeah. It makes me kind of sad.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's because older priests went through. I don't know. I feel like wasn't back in the day. It was like super like
Traditionalist.
yeah, and then I guess they broke away from that, and they're like, wow, it really is brighter on the other side. Because in our school, we can't even play like peppy music, you know?
Yeah.
Which is like so you
Wait,
have a young
uh, what?
you,
What are you
we
talking
can't
about?
really play like I'm not asking for full on gospel church. I'm just asking for a
Oh,
song
I
that
see what you
doesn't
mean.
make me
Yeah,
wanna yeah, that doesn't bore me, you know?
yeah. Because chants are so boring.
Yeah. Unpopular
Very
Exactly.
opinion,
repetitive.
but people change. The church should change with it in good ways. Good ways.
Yeah, like we're not singing in we're well, we are singing in Latin now, but I'm just like we don't speak in Latin anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We evolve with the times.
Yeah, because I think the way it like generations work is whatever was going on in the world at that time, the people turn out to be opposite of it.
Mhm.
So, like during World War II, like the people, like the generation after World War II were hippies. They
Mhm.
wanted peace and like stuff like that. And then they were kind of back to like a little bit less hippie-ish.
Yeah.
I think the same thing happened with the church because the church was really traditionalist. The people broke away from it, like you said. So,
Mhm.
yeah,
It's just
that,
we have a younger demographic of teenagers who listen to pop music and it's just sitting through church music is just there's no fun in it, you know? Which it's not like church doesn't have to be fun. I'm not saying that, but it's just there's got to be something that brings you in, you know?
yeah,
If
which
the
Yeah.
is why
homilies are
like
if the
go
homilies are
ahead. Sorry.
terrible, at least the music is there.
Yeah, which is why I like the Saturday masses at St. Francis
Mhm.
because they've got the other instruments other than an organ.
Mhm.
Yeah. That I had no idea they did that until I finally went to one of those Saturday masses. Like, oh,
Yeah,
this is neat.
Yeah, it's like my biggest pet peeve with our like messes. It's like I feel like I'm in a very like hostile place.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then priests just have the most like out of pocket and random views of random
Mhm.
church songs as well.
You
It's
know,
like why oh, go on.
no, go ahead. I can wait.
It's like how our priest's favorite song is From All Thy Saints in Warfare. So we have to sing it like all the time. Well, what about my favorite songs? Hmm?
Mm.
Why do you get to I'm the one singing it. I'm we are the ones singing it. We are the ones singing it. Why don't we get a more of a say?
Mm-hmm. I think senior year, our last mass, we don't cue in our music teacher on any of this. We just break out into whatever song we want, a cappella, and we don't give a crap.
Yeah, we just go to
Dylan
How
won't be
Great
there to
Thou
tell us
Art
we
and
can't do it. Music
Shine
teacher
on
won't be
Me.
in the know. We just do it.
Oh, that would be
And
such a good song.
What Shine on Me?
Mm-hmm.
then when we're done, if they want to yell at us, you know what I'm going to say? Do you want me to
I'm
do that for
graduating.
another year here, or do you want to let me leave?
Exactly.
You know what they're going to
Because
say?
they
Goodbye.
can't be like, you can't get your diploma because you sang at mass wrong one time out of the 4 years you were singing at mass.
Oops, sorry
Yeah.
guys. Looks like I'm transferring to Central for one day. Just so disappointing sometimes.
I know, it's sad. It makes me, what's the word? Disheartened.
Yeah, that's definitely a good word for that.
Because I don't want to listen to this guy on his soapbox talk about things I don't care about. Like, do you know what Father Al did one time? He read us a book. Hell yeah. I mean, heaven yeah. A book. Love it. I feel like I'm in story time in kindergarten again. He read the old people a book about being nice to people. That's awesome.
He's great.
It was called the Heart House. Did he show that to you?
I never saw it, but that just sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was about how we should open our hearts to Jesus.
You remember that
Like,
one book Father
it was
Bill
like around
read to us, Brody?
it was around Christmas time when he showed it.
Yeah, I wasn't really going to mass around that time.
I don't remember that at all, honestly.
But yeah, he's just a good guy.
Yeah.
You know who I miss? Father Bill. You didn't get to see too much of him, Gracie, but Aiden, remember when
He
he used to
baptized
do
me.
the soup? He used to come in and read us the like soup story and putting all the ingredients in the soup thing.
Yeah. It was, I don't know what it was about. It was funny.
It's about inviting people in and stuff because they all
Yeah.
provided an ingredient for the soup or something.
Stupid Bible.
You know, it's kind of weird. Father Al always makes those books, those Lenten book studies, sound kind of interesting. Guys, we're gonna have our soup and book study night coming up. I'm kind of like, why do I weirdly want to go to his soup and book study night?
Literally.
I don't know why. It probably isn't that interesting, but I weirdly want to go with like all the 60 and 70-year-olds that are there and just have some soup and have a Lenten book study. Like, why not? Yeah.
Dude, if Father Al started a cult, I'm joining. What are you kidding me? If he wasn't like a super Catholic and he started his own cult, dude, I'm there. Sign me up. Soup and story times, I'm there.
That's how they
Jeez,
got you in.
exactly.
They get you the soup, the promise of soup.
The promise of soup. The promised land. Nah, the promised soup.
The good old promise soup.
And then reincarnation is actually what happens. Dude, that would be crazy.
Oh Lord, please don't. No.
I hope not. That would be bad.
I want to do well in this life and just be done.
I don't want to be reincarnated as a toad.
Although I would kind of like it if I got reincarnated and I knew about it, because then I would just do everything relaxed in life. You know, high school, don't give a crap. Life, don't give a crap. Just do whatever the hell I want. Don't worry about grades. Don't worry about this. Because I'm so tired of worrying about grades. And I got to do it for so much longer.
I
Even in
know.
college, I got to
It
worry
is
about it for scholarships and stuff.
Then you got to worry about taxes.
it is really tiring. I'm tired, and I shouldn't be. I'm not even that old.
Yeah.
And you know, it
I'm
sounds stupid. I'm tired of being good.
literally getting straight A's since I was allowed, since I could get grades. It wears you down, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure people are listening to this like, oh my god, she's complaining about having good grades and oh boo-hoo. But it's like, keeping those up wrecks my mental state because I don't know failure. So it kind of screws with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just, I mean, you guys have said it yourselves. I say different things this year.
Hmm.
I've stopped being so good as much, kind of, I guess.
I don't know. I've
Tried
gotten
a
more
little bit.
mouthy because it's like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Give me detention? Okay. Then
yeah.
I go home.
Yeah.
I've kind of decided that if I one day get sent to the principal's office for saying something stupid to a certain English teacher, I'm not gonna bat an eye. Used to be, if that happened to me, I'd probably burst out in tears. Now it's just, okay, I get to take a
Literally.
walk during your class. Sweet.
Sweet.
Sitting in those chairs all day. Why? Why do we sit in chairs all day? I hate it.
It is the
Yeah.
epitome of American laziness.
Why can't I just get up for like a little while during school and go for a walk?
Why
Do
can't
it when you get home.
Why
No.
can't we have standing desks?
No.
Like, we can have chairs, but I don't know. I stand at work for a while, and it's like I wasn't even bothered by this.
Well, I know, but yeah. I guess if you like stand in one place, but also that's kind of boring, and I'm gonna end up wandering away from my desk.
I'd like if we were able to wander during class. I'm probably it's the undiagnosed ADHD in me, but I work better when I'm like distracted. You
Well,
know what I mean?
you've seen me in modeling's class before. Sometimes I just stand at the back of the wall for the start of class. Just kind of
Yeah.
sit there, and I like it. I'm leaning against the wall. It's kind of nice for a couple minutes just to be there.
You got the dad stance.
I guess I
He
don't know.
does have the dad
I just
stance.
lean there.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on in that class though. I tune it out because
Yeah.
it's bad.
Muehlbach just lets me listen to music in my earbuds all day.
Like,
And
why do they ban
I'm
music? I love listening to my music. It helps
Isn't
me
it like
work so much
scientifically
better.
proven that helps? I don't know.
Yes.
I mean,
I
for certain people, yeah, and I'm one of those certain people.
Yeah, if it
It,
helps you, you don't
it
have to
helps.
I
have
mean,
both of them in.
I
No, I
understand
only have
not
one.
being allowed to listen to it during lectures, but when you're just sitting there doing work, why can't I pop in some headphones and just be in my own little world?
It makes things go so much quicker.
Yep.
And it makes tasks seem, like they're in chunks. Because you start a song, and by the end of the song, you've got something done. So there's a sense of accomplishment when you're done with the song, and the next one moves on.
It
I
just
don't think about
encourages
it
you and
that
keeps
way.
you
It
going.
just
Like,
That's
it
just
just
me.
it just makes work more fun for me.
it helps me generate ideas. Like when I'm writing a paper, I love to have music on. It just helps me
Yeah,
focus.
that's the one thing that I don't really listen to
Huh?
music for writing papers.
All of that cut out for me.
Great. Okay.
Listening to music while writing a paper, I think good Aiden does not is fan
I
of.
don't. Well, I mean, I can see why you think it's good, but writing paper is just so boring to me that I can't focus on two things at once.
I
Like
listen
two.
to music while reading because it gives.
Same with that because like
Yeah, now that I
stuff,
can't do.
yeah, stuff that like writing anything language related really I can't do with music in.
I usually stick to. I can occasionally read with some instrumental music in the background. And that's usually what I do when I write a paper too.
Yeah. Which I mean, I found a good medium called audiobooks.
Hmm.
And if you have Spotify Premium, you get 20 free hours.
Yeah, I've tried an audiobook. I just can't really get into it. I just rather listen to a podcast at that point.
I mean, I can see that, yeah. But you just gotta find a good audiobook that you like.
Yeah, I don't know. I just can't do an audiobook because at that point I just rather listen to a podcast and I just don't feel the same sense of accomplishment at trying to get through an audiobook as I do reading the actual pages of a book.
I don't feel accomplishment reading anyways, so it doesn't really make a difference for me. Like, I just, reading for me is either boring or fun. There's nothing else.
If I had some more time,
Oh,
I'd like to read my book a bit more, but which sounds stupid because I probably actually maybe have a lot of time, but I just don't use it right.
I love reading. I just have a very bad habit when I get close to the end of the book. I am hell bent on like finishing the book, so I don't really enjoy the ending. I'm just trying to get that sense of achievement.
Yeah,
I could see that. I
because,
watched you trying to finish that. What was it, Girl
yeah.
King or whatever?
Yeah, The Girl King, which
Yeah,
is a really good book.
during science and math, and I just like, okay, Gracie doesn't want to talk to me anymore. I'll just stare off into
Yes.
space.
Yeah, sorry.
Ah, I just, I was like, okay. Well, anyway, off to my own little world of whatever I think about. I don't know, random
I need to
stuff.
have a very specific genre of book to actually enjoy reading.
I guess I just love fantasy books. Like if you gave me a book on like botany, I'd be like, why are you giving me this?
Yeah.
It's because I have a bad problem with derealization, so it's really easy for me to pretend like I'm there.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because I think I've told this to you before, but I don't imagine books like I'm an outsider looking in. I imagine books like I am the main character.
Hmm.
Katniss Everdeen, that was me. Harry Potter, that was me.
Huh.
Interesting perspective.
It's it's because I can't imagine any other way of looking at things, you know? I only know what it looks like through my eyes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't really it's hard for me to look above.
You know what's weirdly my favorite time to read a book? After a science test. For like that 30 minutes after a science test, and I pull out the random Harry Potter book I'm trying to read, and I just get really into it during after that science test. I don't know why. It's just the perfect time.
Probably because you need a brain break.
I guess. I don't know. It's just I always really enjoy the book after I get done with that.
Most of the time, I just work on homework. But if I were to read a book, I would probably forget one anyways. I don't know. Because the only time like I actually got far into a book recently is after, what are they called? Like the big tests at the end of the semester this year, after the first semester. I don't know, but do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really the only time I made it super far. Anyway, that's is that. Are we done?
We haven't been going for a while.
This is on track to be our longest episode yet. An hour and
Awesome.
30 minutes.
Wow.
I think
We're
we've had
just
the best
yappas.
podcast episode we've had in forever.
Wow. I do like when we talk about deep stuff because trying to be funny is hard, man.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's like this is a comedy podcast, but at the same time, it's a whatever I feel like being podcast.
Mm-hmm. Complaining about class schedule, talking about religion, talking about books. Just a
And the
grand old
deepest
time.
topic of all.
The most oppressed group of all, gamers. Have you seen that clip?
No.
Well, you should. Oh, you ready to hear a direct quote from my paper? My word is powerful for this essay, and I go, the same can't be said for the Decameron. What it does give you, the powerful feeling of boredom. The stories are random and not cohesive to give a strong feeling. You can't grow and learn with the characters, because it's a bunch of characters sitting around telling stories campfire style, which is great during summer camp, not during a book.
Dang.
Yeah, for me. So wait, how are you writing yours? Are you
I'm just,
because we're just supposed to do it over one specific story, right?
I don't know what he wants. He's been terrible at this.
You're supposed to
Because from
do.
what
Each paragraph is supposed to be You're supposed to review two different stories, one from Decameron, one from Heptameron, with one
yeah,
word.
like one word for each paragraph, right?
Yep.
Like because
Mm-hmm.
of the three definitions.
Like
And
my
it's the
first
same
paragraph
stories
was
throughout, right?
exciting.
It's the same
But he,
stories throughout, right? Like, you have to do the
yeah,
same. Yeah.
he,
You can do the same stories, I think.
I thought because I thought that's what he said to do.
yeah.
At least that's what I'm doing, because those are I only have two stories to use on me.
Yeah.
And if he thinks I'm looking at more, he's poorly mistaken. Because who wants to do that? I just want to make up random things to say. So far, Decameron terrible. Heptameron, it's
I
a little
prefer
better.
my Decameron story over my Heptameron story.
Mm-mm. I
I
can't
like
stand
Heptameron.
Boccaccio.
Although I think I will rate uh all the stories now I've decided for each word a certain amount of Boccaccio's out of 10 or whatever.
So like the most boring gets a 10 Boccaccio.
Maybe.
Biscaccio.
I don't know. I think it might help me get a good grade throwing in that rating, although he's pretty painful of grades.
I know.
Stupid presentation grade. 80? Really? Dummy.
You got an 80 on your presentation?
Yeah.
Yep. Because it was out of 10. So you get 2 things wrong and then you're screwed.
How did you get 2 things wrong though? It's not super challenging.
Guys, it's been a good episode. You know, I've had
As
fun. Hey, Aiden, hint, hint. You're gonna need a fun fact here in just a minute when I'm done talking. So get to
Oh no,
looking.
I'm playing World of Tanks. No,
Well, hurry up.
I'm busy.
give a fact
Playing
about
World of
tanks.
Tanks. Do you want me to go?
Hold on, I'm not done yet. It's
I
been a
mean,
lovely
I have one.
episode. I've had a lovely time. I've really enjoyed it. Complaining and complaining and discussing. It's been a lovely time. Now, Aiden, could you do me a
I
favor
passed. I
and tell
passed my
us that fun
fact on to
fact?
Gracie. She said she had a good one.
I don't say I have a good one. It's something I learned today.
Okay, just say it.
Jeeps, tanks, boom.
Huh?